there's a lot of Ryus out there that you might know. Dark Shod, notably one of the best Ryus in the Midwest, probably the best. I believe he got 13th or 17th place, dropping to Dakpo kind of early on. And Shel now outplacing him with his own character. So the power rankings, even among characters, are definitely shifting here.
New characters, old rivals. It's Shel versus Echo Fox MVG, Mew2King. Take it away.
And Shel representing team Events to Compete, of course, the host of Midwest Mayhem. But look at that. Look at that horrible SDI for Mew2King. He got stuck in that for way too long. You can get out of that after 1 or 2. But I guess Mew2King, possibly with a shortage of Ryu knowledge, I'm not sure.
I think that's more along the lines of the I haven't gone to the doctor DI.
Oh, man.
That's what I
got
call
some
it.
wrist pains preventing him from double sticking.
Certainly.
Okay, but brings it back just as quickly as that lead was established.
Cloud is certainly, in my eyes, the comeback character. The fact that he can build limit and renew X Factor time and time again is what makes him so scary.
Aside from Lucario, I'd say Cloud is definitely the character that when you're fighting him, you're literally never winning until he's gone.
I said it at PAX, I'll say it again. You're never out of the woods when you're playing against Cloud. But the same can be said about Ryu as well. I mean, this is a character who can get kill confirms against a lot of the cast with an up tilt around 50. That's insane.
And Shel's Ryu is kind of nutty, man. Throwing out some Tatsus and just playing very differently from the Ryus I'm accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, it's very different from, say, a Trella Ryu. Ooh, not the optimal punish either there. I thought he might have had more time, but I suppose he really didn't want to underestimate how fast that move ends.
Yeah, limit cross slash is almost instant to finish. You can sneak a punish in there, but I respect Shel respecting Mew2King there. And also, he's a former Street Fighter player, which explains the Ryu choice and the fluidity with the, the manual inputs.
It's true. Well, Street Fighter definitely didn't have blast zones, and Shel is making himself very familiar with that fact right now.
Or at least MVG is introducing the two. Okay, stock lead for Mew2King here. And now I think we're going to... okay, wow. How did he... I don't know. I'm not going to ask. Maybe that was up B and not the manual Shoryuken, but it did look like true Shoryu. Either way, Shel going to take Mew2King's first stock away, and the differential between the two is almost non-existent until Mew2King responds invincibly and starts getting in there.
I'll be honest, Max, that might have been the most work I've seen a Ryu put into a stock ever. Ever. I mean, that was ridiculous. Usually that's Shoryu. We see it demolish stocks before it even gets close to those triple digits.
And Mew2King just spacing away with these landing back airs and drift away down airs in the air. I mean, Ryu really does struggle to chase characters down like that.
Yeah, he does have some troubles approaching. It might be possible that Shel could bait the approaches out of Mew2King and use something like a focus attack to perhaps create some openings of his own that way.
Right, and I'm not sure, again, how experienced Mew2King is with this matchup, but the multi-hits on Cloud are side B, forward smash, and I guess technically down smash and jab if you get both hits of down smash. But you really won't see that happen through a focus attack. So I think Shel can get a lot of mileage out of focusing, but Mew2King's not going to afford him that luxury at all. Although Ryu is so heavy.
He is the world's strongest fighter, but Cloud is just a demon from out of this world.
Soldier first class.
First class. Taking game number 1. What went wrong for Shel there?
One, I don't think he focused enough on Mew2King's juggles. And 2, I think he was a little bit too hesitant to close the distance. I know it's hard, but you definitely can still keep walking through that wall that Cloud puts up. A lot of it is smoke and mirrors. When he's just drifting away with that down air, you can either jump and meet him halfway with a horizontal aerial and hit his body, or you can just stay on the ground and block and respect what he's going to do after you block it, because it's very safe on block. However, he's going to go for a jab, a spot dodge, roll, grab. Like, he has a lot of options, but you know something's going to come after that. And you can, what you want to do is you want to punish the second step rather than just trying to punish the down air.
Yeah, exactly right.
But I think Lilac Cruz also played a part in that match. I really see Cloud being very strong on there, hopping around from the platforms with down air. Get those auto cancels nice and easy. Town and City, now we're going to see some earlier KOs. I think that could benefit both of these characters immensely. But let's see how Shel plays it out.
Do you think that the ceiling of this stage might really benefit Shel here?
Yes, but also the boundaries on the side are tight too, and that means a lot of early limit cross slash potential.
One thing's for certain, this is going to be an absolutely brutal match as Shel starts off the pressure with the aerials, avoids the cross slash as well, and that's really big. I think he's going to have a much easier time until Mew2King slams him down to the bottom blast zone. What a brutal conversion to open game 2.
The back throw to drop zone fair, and that's the if you wait, I'm going to destroy you read. Mew2King definitely a big fan of that. See him actually, I think we saw him close a set against Zero out like that.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I feel like he's been doing things like that for over a decade throughout a plethora of Smash games.
Yeah, very methodical with his edge guards, and he's like, okay, if I back throw him here, he's either going to jump and be safe, but I'll probably be safe, or he's not going to jump and this fair is going to work, and I'm going to be the man.
Creative play from Shel as well to use the focus attack dash cancel to get in his approach and start off the up tilts.
Loving Mew2King's liberal use of the limit with the stock lead, though. That's definitely my philosophy with this character. If you are up a stock, by all means, start spamming those limits, because you'll just be able to run away and charge another one, build their damage up to the point where once you respawn and you can easily charge, the next one will kill. And that's precisely what Mew2King is doing right now. Oh, missed a punish on that whipped forward tilt, but it looks like he's going to keep Shel at bay anyway.
Maybe he's trying to be a little too respectful of options like that focus attack. Like you said, Cloud doesn't have all that many multi-hitting moves. It's very possible he's keeping that in mind. Wow, Hadouken flashing with the blade beam. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, just spends it. And this is the territory where you want to start being a little bit more reserved with your limit play. Even though he's only at 21. Oh.
That low ceiling coming back to haunt Shel instead.
Yeah, again, another reason that this stage is great for Cloud. He loves killing off the top two. All right, Shel thinking hard about this one. Perhaps a switch to Luigi is in the works, but I really doubt it. I think that matchup is pretty awful for Luigi. Just going to see a lot of spacing of aerials and pushing him away with that low traction in his shield. I think Shel will stick with Ryu, but I know Luigi is the character he's put the most time into in Smash 4.
I mean, you are down this much. Are you thinking that you stick to your guns here, or is it time for the turnaround?
I think it's time to try another character because those 2 wins were fairly convincing.
But with that in mind, how do you feel about that matchup?
Yeah, Luigi Cloud, not good at all for Luigi. Definitely not. And I think Cloud beats Ryu as well, but I think it's a much tighter margin.
Yeah, certainly. And I think with this in mind, we might go ahead and just see Shel stick to his guns here with Ryu. Now the decision is which stage to take Mew2King to. Obviously, he's demonstrated that it doesn't matter if it's the top, bottom, or side blast zones. Mew2King will demolish you from anywhere on the stage.
Yeah, don't give this guy the chance to kill you any earlier.
We're just going to go to Smashville, the classic.
Keeping it simple. And yeah, 2 nutty stages in a row. Not that Town and City is particularly weird, but still, a Lilat start and a Smashville potential finish. Definitely not the flow of a set you're used to if you're an avid Smash 4 watcher.
This is do or die mode now for Shel. Mew2King, like we said a year ago, was 2-0'd by Shel here and now is on the verge of sweeping him himself.
Okay. Oh, no, just going to throw that blade beam right at his face. Mew2King, again, I said this before, Mew2King is very much in favor of throwing out that limit whenever he wants. There's 2 schools of thought, you know, the, I guess, conservative and liberal limit usage, right? And Mew2King, he's definitely a lefty.
Oh, definitely. And Shel, that time he doesn't even try to go for the focus attack, knowing that Mew2King was going to wait, goes in for an offensive option instead and finds the perfect opening to convert off of.
Eviscerating that stock at, I think, 92, 93 after the hit. That was pretty brutal. But Mew2King showing that he's very resilient and certainly capable of bringing this back real quick.
Shel, this is the time. Is this a time where you play patiently, or is this where you push the advantage?
I think that his best option is to try to push the advantage. Ryu, when he trades, man, it's always a bad trade for his opponent. Does like 15 damage per hit, but gets opened up, throwing a fireball. So much ending lag on that. And Mew2King just comes in, swipes him out with the back air, and all of a sudden this is back into Mew2King's lead.
I feel like Ryu, while his combo game is amazing, does sometimes struggle with the actual approach, and Mew2King's more passive sort of style that he's taking is making it very difficult for Shel to find openings.
Loving these strings from Shel, though. Almost evening it up right away. Oh, but see, there you go. Once you hit that down air on shield, you have to respect him. You have to know that he's either going to go for a jab or some kind of defensive action. And Shel is kind of just falling victim to that way too much.
And he's falling behind as well. Approaching the triple digits now. Can he make this comeback happen? Limit might say otherwise. Shel doesn't have very many chances left in this game.
Oh, I thought MVG was just going to run off and throw the cross slash. It would have worked. It would have gone right through that Hadoken and sent Shel to his doom. But MVG in the corner now. And we've certainly seen Ryu has that early kill potential as well. Doesn't need a limit break to do it either.
Oh! And that may have been one of the most brutal stage spikes. Even Mew2King felt bad about it.
Before the camera panned, I was going to say Shel definitely not looking happy because he was like, and then you saw him with the wide smile. So taking the loss in stride, MVG going to advance it to top 6. That's losers quarters. Shel with a very respectable 7th finish.
The blanket's on. I mean, I'm lucky I'm wearing the suit.
Man.
It's cold out here.
Yeah, it's freezing right underneath this panel of ceiling for some reason.
I
feel so underdressed, man. I thought we were going to be splashing and stuff, so I'm like, okay, it's casual, business casual.